Today's edition in the news is also consequentially the latest edition of Allegri Baby. What is you doing? Welcome to Bianconeri Zone. I'm Justin Sofro. Today is Friday, June 4th, 2021, and we're going to get into this news right now. The latest bit of news, you're probably not excited about it. I'm not either, trust me, but you probably saw it in the thumbnail. But first off, we have Sciglio staying. Mirko Di Natale is reporting that Sciglio could remain at Juventus given the return of Allegri, who has always been an admirer of his. The Lyon club was impressed by his performance and professionalism, but at the moment, there are not the right economic conditions to buy him. So not a great start, not a great start to our, off season. I understand we could also I know we're looking for another left back. He's proven that he's not really the left back for us. So we'll see what the market hit does. We'll see if maybe Lyon changes their mind or if somebody else comes in with an offer. But that's the best we can hope for right now. Continuing on, we have a Pjanic update, which I know everybody's excited about. Romeo Agresti is reporting that Pjanic, in my opinion, is to be monitored. Because Allegri wants a big signing in midfield and taking Miralem on loan would save money for another big midfield signing. That is a possibility that Juventus are thinking about. Again, we've gone over this. It's gonna be a repeating story until it's dead. But I mean, especially with the latest reports that Koeman's staying at Barca. So again, Miralem, yes, he did have some decent moments in the past, but it's been 5-6 years since not 5-6 years, but since 2015, and some of those teams, it's been a while. When Allegri was early on in his career at Juventus, I just don't see Pjanic being a good option to return to Juventus. If he thinks he can do something with him while also getting a Locatelli, then I'm okay with it. But if he ends up, I think I also saw some report, and again, these are, you take what you can with them. But some report that maybe he go for Pjanic instead of Locatelli, then I would lose my bleed. But until then, we'll see what comes of it. All right, moving on. The midfield question mark. Rabiot and McKennie are certain other places in the squad next season. Bentancur and Arthur could be moved on if the right offer were to come in. As well as Romeo Agresti reports that Pjanic, that Juventus could only happen on a loan deal. Which, yeah, definitely, if we're getting him, it better be a loan. I don't really want us just to purchase him outright. That would not be a smart move. But Rabiot and McKennie, okay, I think Rabiot's definitely earned it. McKennie, of course, as an American, I'm happy to see him stay with Juventus. It's a big deal for us. For us Americans, when I say that. And also I saw enough from McKennie. I think as long as he continues to develop and grow, he'll be good for the system. But the Bentancur and Arthur could be moved. Bentancur definitely. I can't get the Porto match out of my mind. And then some of these dumb things he's done over time. Especially the fortunate part is though his stock was higher probably last summer to sell him than now, but we'll see what happens. And I think there was mentions before about PSG being interested in possibly Archer. Okay, and then Mirko Di Natale is also saying that from sources very close to Lyon, we learned that Juventus are no longer interested in Aouar. That one's kind of surprising to me. I know that's been a big name that's popped up with a lot of Juventus fans, repeated over time. We keep seeing, Aouar. Where's the Aouar news? Well, I guess there it is. To be frank, it seems like it's cooled down a lot over the last however many months. You just haven't heard a lot about Aouar at all. So I guess that's where it stands for now. All right, on to the strikers and the issues with them. It appears that Ronaldo will decide his future only after the Euros, is what Repubblica is reporting. Makes sense. I kind of have a feeling they probably already know what they're going to do, what Ronaldo's going to do, but, no official statement until then. I think maybe it's probably more of a feeling out process of if Man United or if PSG can really make it happen during that time, which, Again, when it comes to Ronaldo, not that I dislike Ronaldo, but I understand, with the situation going on with him, it'd be better for Juventus to make some kind of a capital gain, or not capital gain, but some money off the sale of him, rather than just waiting until next year and let him go for free, which is what will happen. Continuing on, Juventus continued to, this is from Tuttosport, Juventus continued to think about another forward. The first names on that list are Icardi, and a possible swap deal with Ronaldo, and Vlahovic. I may be saying that wrong, but I'm no professional. So for about 50 to 60 million euro. When it comes to that, I think I'm a little bit torn on this because I would think that from what I've seen from Mihajlovic this last year, he's a star. He's a great young player for Juventus to get. It's just, do they have the money to put toward for him? And then when it comes to Icardi, I'm not a big fan of Icardi, but you can get him for free, or not free. No, sorry, you cannot not get him for free, but you can get him on a swap deal, which could even out money there rather than having to put a big investment toward him. So, I mean, pick your poison with that one. All right, back into the goalkeeping. This one involves our Perin. He does not. This is Calcio Mercato that's reporting that Perin does not want to return to Juventus as he is looking to be a starting goalkeeper. Genoa want him back on loan, and Atlanta are also showing interest. At the moment, Juventus prefer Atlanta's destination as the club is looking to sell or to purchase him rather than another loan deal. So keep an eye on him. I remember the problem with Perin, not a problem with him, but is every time he played Juventus, he would turn into a Superman goalkeeper and would stop everything. Maybe he didn't look as good against plenty of other teams, but for some reason, a lot of times during Juventus, so many balls got stopped from him. So maybe it's experience that he had from prior with some of the players. But for right now, I don't know. Like, he could be a solid backup, but if he refuses to play backup, depending on what the market does, especially if we don't get Donnarumma or anything like that, we'll see. There's also been, to go along with the reports, I think a lot of people have heard today that you had Giovanni Albanese say that he's pretty confident. He believes that Donnarumma is a Juventus player because of his demeanor, because I think something along the lines of basically that he seems too confident or too at ease for somebody who's unemployed. So I think he feels that he has some kind of dealing with Juventus and that's basically done. But then Romeo Agresti comes in to basically crush all my hopes and dreams and say that he doesn't think it can happen because he doesn't think that the Szczesny Florenzi deal with Roma can happen and Szczesny will stay. So I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some lines. I still kind of a big proponent. I wish, and I understand I'm good at spending other people's money, not my own. But when it comes to this, that they would, invest in Donnarumma since he's coming on the free because of what he has for the future. Even if and it's not really feasible to have to pay out Szczesny or to try to sell him again, a year from now. Move him to the second goalkeeper. And then finally, we had some interesting bits from the Paratici and Agnelli press conference today. Agnelli said that Allegri has a great desire to get back to work on a long-term project. Regarding international competitions, I tried to change them from within, given the signs of crisis that were present before COVID. A Super League is not a coup, but okay. Let me say this. Regarding the international competitions, I try to change them from within, given the signs of crisis that were present before the pandemic. The Super League is not a coup, but an alarm bell. The main condition for the start of the Super League, and was recognized by UEFA, they closed the door with offensive terms and threatening the three clubs who decided not to bend for them. The legal grounds for the appeals are well-founded, but we want to dialogue with UEFA and FIFA. At this point, when it comes to the whole topic of the Super League, we're kind of beating a dead horse, and until more comes out from that, I don't know if you all are as tired as I am about talking about it, but we'll just keep an eye on, see what happens from there. Paratici has brought great players. I mentioned, for example, Tevez, Dybala, and Ronaldo. One regret is Van Persie, I apologize, with whom we had dinner with and talk, but ... So yeah, there were a lot of players, but then there's also a lot of players I think of that we missed out on. But I mean, this is also kind of different because I don't think you get a lot of this, and I'm going to keep comparing this to me personally as an American. You see an American kind of press conferences after coaches or coaches, players, any kind of upper management with a club or team when they get fired. Basically, this doesn't really happen that often. Usually, you'll hear some spouting off afterward, but you'll never really see a big press conference. I remember there was one time when there was a coach that here played locally, and he got a press conference and a little sending off after 3 terrible seasons, but it was just awkward and uncomfortable. And that's kind of what I feel about these. I feel like they're awkward and uncomfortable. Okay, and then as well, Agnelli said, it is wrong to wonder whether we will regret certain decisions in the future. Right now, this is the right decision. So, yeah, I mean, that's about as, not black and white, as gray as you can be. We'll see how this turns out. Good luck. All right. And then Paratici said that I gave everything and I'm proud. Juve makes you a better person. They never let you lack anything. I'll go to other clubs and I hope to find the same love. And then asked about the regrets over the Lukaku-Dybala swap. No, because in our job, you start with an idea, but you have to be able to change it. Dybala is a great player who's given so much to Juve. And I agree with him. Looking back, yes, Lukaku could have been pretty big at Juventus, especially you have him and Ronaldo lining up together. But I personally, I believe in the project that we have with Dybala. I hope that Allegri will continue that, and I hope that he knows to get I know that he knows what he can do to get the most out of Dybala. So I still believe in Dybala and what he can do with Juventus. But that's all the news I have for you today. Check in with us tomorrow for the latest roundup covering all things Juventus. Please like the video and subscribe, as it really helps our channel as we're growing. And don't forget to hit the bell to stay up to date and get notified for videos as soon as they drop. Follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram, and follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.